All right, and on the phone right now we should have Mr. Pete Owens. Pete?
Hello, guys. How are you?
Dude, I cannot tell you how big of a fan we are of you. And again, Drew just said this, but this is a huge sentiment of what kind of person you are. You guys just did a major announcement less than 2 hours ago. This is pre-recorded a little bit, so 2 hours ago, and you let us call you up so you could tell us all about the announcement. That is huge, Pete. Thank you very much.
Well, next time I'll call you, and then I'll just put your phone on the podium, and you can just be there with me.
And that's a guarantee for
that
Pete
is, you know what? From now on, next time when I'm watching live video of Pete on stage, I'm just going to start ringing his cell phone.
There you go.
He'll be like, hold on a second. Hold, everybody pause. We got In the Loop on the phone. Hold on. No, wow. That's all I can say. We're all geeking out over here. Facebook was exploding with all the coaster enthusiasts talking about Lightning Rod. And you guys had one heck of an announcement with Dolly coming on and doing some songs and stuff. I guess let's talk about Lightning Rod. First of all, for those living under a rock, tell us what it is.
Well, it is. It's a ride that we're building in partnership with Rocky Mountain Construction. Not a super surprise there. I think everybody's anticipated that for quite a long time. The cool thing is it sets 2 world records. It is the world's first launched wooden coaster. And they've been building wooden coasters a long time. But this is going to be an LSM launch wood coaster that you come onto the station and you cross a bridge and you accelerate up the hill 45 miles an hour. It's a 200-plus foot lift hill, which I guess technically makes it a hyper. And you crest the top of the hill. You go down a false drop, you come back up over a hump, and then you drop 165 feet down 73 degrees until you reach a top speed of 73 miles an hour, which is also a world record, at least for now, because we know how everybody is. So those are great superlatives, but, you get down to the ride and you look at it and you say, all right, well, what are those things that enthusiasts like myself are going to like? Coolest thing about this ride to me is you got 12 airtime moments. It's about 20% of the ride experience. It's between 17 and 20 seconds of total airtime. Now think about that. Total ride experience is 192 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The ride from launch to first break is minute 15, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, pretty typical 3,800-foot track at 73 miles an hour. So, but the amount of airtime that Alan Schilke designed in this ride is spectacular. It has a quadruple down on the home run of the ride that I think is going to be spectacular. It has a step up. It has something that Alan calls a twist and shout, which is basically a descending, twisting turn. So you go left, then you go right, then you go left, all descending, stepping down. Just incredible amount of airtime. And then in addition to that, RMC's pretty famous for overbanking. We have an inside turn, 90-plus degree top hat. We have a wave turn that's right off the first drop. So it's going to be extraordinarily high-speed wave turn at about, it's 90-plus degrees. You're going to drop in and around a lot of terrain you're going to see on the ride that you've never seen before at Dollywood, because like Wild Eagle, when you go up the lift hill, it disappears into areas that you're not going to be able to see from the park or from the road. You might see the hump of a couple of the hills, but most of the meat of the ride is going to be hidden. And then we have a non-inversion half loop right before you come in and turn around and drop back into the station. We didn't feel it was necessary to do an inversion on this ride because of the way that it was designed. Certainly it has more than enough power to be able to do multiple inversions, but it's a family ride and we're a family park, and we really wanted a ride that moms and dads would feel comfortable riding with the kids or even grandparents, because certainly You guys and I have experienced that on Wild Eagle and on Thunderhead with grandparents riding with grandkids. And I think it's just going to be a great addition for us. And, it's the single largest investment in one attraction at Dollywood, and it comes on the heels of us opening Dollywood's Dream More Resort. So Dolly's true to her word. We're eating into that $300 million pretty quickly, but we're investing wisely in the park.
Yeah, it's you are a quote that you said during the press conference or the announcement has been blowing up on Twitter and Facebook, and that is this ride doesn't go upside down and it doesn't need to.
Right. No, that's right. I mean, you think about it. The big trick for RMC after Outlaw Run was built was, doing that barrel roll. And Outlaw Run's, that's a tremendous ride. It is, I think, one of the top wood coasters in the world. But this ride is different. It's one in which it does different things and really didn't need an inversion. It is, I think it's going to be thrilling enough, and it's going to be all about speed and airtime.
When I was watching the video and stuff, the twist and shout that you were talking about reminds me a lot about skiing. Like if you ever go skiing, that's kind of like the maneuver that you do going down the hill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you're cutting gates or you're skiing moguls or something like that. No, I totally agree. And that's really what it's going to be like. And I think for a lot of people that haven't been on an RMC ride, and they have this paradigm that, wood coasters are, frankly, like Thunderhead, fast, vibration-oriented rides. And I think they're going to be so surprised, in much the same way that they were surprised with Wild Eagle with how glass smooth that ride is. This is going to be an incredibly smooth ride. And these are going to be state-of-the-art RMC trains. This is a new version of train for them. Urethane wheels. It's going to be a smooth ride.
All right. Very cool. Now, this is going to be your first park project with RMC.
Obviously, for Dollywood, yes. For Hershey Family Entertainment, no. Obviously, Outlaw Run was the first one.
Yeah, but I mean, for your park there, this is your first project with them. That has to be pretty exciting.
It is. I mean, we have, especially with Alan. I mean, we have a long history with Alan Schilke. Mm-hmm. Alan was the engineer on Tennessee Tornado when he worked for Aero Engineering, and we all know how good that ride is. And we just are really, really excited with what he's done with this particular ride. And Fred. I mean, the thing about RMC is this: Fred does a great product. He's a great guy. It's a family-owned company. We're a family-owned company, and just all the pieces fit.
Now this is one part that kind of confuses me because I've been working a lot of hours lately. I have not been able to be the true coaster nerd that I am and follow all of the construction and rumors and all that stuff. Where is this going in the park? I know it's going towards the Dreamland Drive-In Theater. It's kind of in that area.
Yeah, so you enter the park, and you go to the right, and you walk down Show Street, and then you take the right at the bridge to go into the 50s area we call Jukebox Junction. And in just to the left of the Pines Theater, you see Red's Diner, and right across from Red's Diner, and to the right of Rock and Roadway, the Morgan, the Chance Morgan car ride that we have, the sports car ride we have, is where the station for Lightning Rod will be. And the lift hill is actually outside of the current park configuration, goes up on top of the hill that is adjacent to the park itself. It's actually right next to our Human Resources office. But it shoots up the hill there, and then the rest of it winds around in areas of the park that nobody's ever seen before.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Drew, do you have any questions for Pete?
Well, I'm just going to nerd out here for a little bit, and I'm really excited that this coaster is in the Jukebox Junction section of the park, which always felt like the section where, as a thrilled nerd, I never ended up exploring as much as I should have, because all the coasters are on like the outer loop of the park, and I never end up down over there. Besides when I go to the train, so I'm really excited that this opens up a huge section of the park where I can go exploring more often.
Well, I mean, you're right, and it balances the park a little bit. I mean, if you remember when we put in Thunderhead, it was in that extreme, actually what is northeast corner of the park. And then we went in and we built Country Fair, and we put 10 new rides in the Country Fair. And then we went back out to Wilderness Pass, and we kind of bounced back and forth a little bit. The last big coaster we built in Wilderness Pass in '07 was Mystery Mine, and then we built the River Battle ride, and then we went back over. The next big attraction we built was in the center of the park, and when we put in Barnstormer. And I mean, you guys know, you go to a lot of parks, it's all about land use and knowing where our guests are and how to spread the guests out throughout the day. And this is a great move for us to be able to re-infuse, re-energize the area that's Jukebox Junction and afford folks like y'all that say that you haven't been to this area of the park much an opportunity to be able to experience what this is, because Dreamland Drive-In that's in the Pines Theater, incredible show. You saw that a little bit today in the live stream of how talented that cast is. Obviously, it's a 2-time Heartbeat Award winner for IAPA, so you know, it's a great show, and it's one of our guests' favorite shows that's in the Pines. Rock and Roadway, that Chance Morgan car ride is a great ride for kids because it's a walk-on ride for as long as kids can walk. They can ride with a parent. And, you know, it fits the theme. It's got T-Birds and Corvettes and those kind of things that are its cars. It has Red's Diner, which is a replica of the diner in which Dolly had her first hamburger. And just has a great feel to it. It's really what Sevierville was supposed to be in the 50s, out of some people's memory. And we just kind of reimagined it a little bit, and this is going to be a great addition to that.
All right, very, very cool. We're not going to take up any more of your time, Pete. We really appreciate you stopping by the show and you know, being the true fan that you are, coming on and talking roller coasters with us. Thank you very much.
Always happy to do it, guys. Good talking to you.
Thank you.
That is Pete Owens. He is with Dollywood and talking about Lightning Rod.